Set they're ready, but aggression is coming forward from the big side. They'll press their way forward as Keto watches that side entrance. It's Tabson with the opener. Zipex caught off guard. Keto trying his best to suppress as Tabson gets his double. Farley can respond, but Tabson is still working inland here. Got backup all around him as Tizian presses forward, but does get overwhelmed. 3 on 2, and Farley is looking for the headshots that only go so far. Blame F is right behind him, because Glaive been given this perfect chance to flank as Tabson's turned away, and he's walked forward for it. Here come the T's as Farven gets caught off guard. That's a second kill for the MAC-10, but Tabson stands his ground. Glaive with his trade, Searson with a response. 2 on 2 situation, and scrams through the smoke. One, but still good nonetheless. Astralis not going to get gifted anything, however, by the big side. Just jump face, looking for info, stack their way into elbow. That one man as Zipex might be a problem. Not anymore.
Tabson just continued to search for the information, and Keto going to swing out from his lane control. Starting to get some confidence of himself, and I think definitely for even Tabson in this cup he caught up would love a multi-frag.
He's going to peek out, see a man as the Molotov comes in, was going to get forced out anyway. Zipex going to sandwich in Tabson, get another kill for his trouble. 5 on 2 now. One man left on the B site, one player also on the rotation. The AWP trying to get here. Oh, they haven't checked the corner though. The shot connects to Tizian, doubles up on Blame, and the bomb's denied. Farven with the ultimate patience brings it into a 2 on 2 now with the bomb in the open. Zipex low, and Tizian hunting for more gear. The spams desperate with so little time on the clock. Smokes back, but Tizian so far ahead of it. He's peeking in for even more. A no-scope, in fact, on Config. Another one on Zipex.
Plant, if they could drop another weapon, if they can get the AK out of the hands too of Farfen, that would be even better. AWP holding for the contact. Ooh, what a shot by Config.
Okay. Astralis are back in this one. The fans are getting riled up. Maybe the players are too. Smokes to the ready. They have access to the site, and Farven will catch Farley trying to cross without any utility. It's not going to be easy for Astralis, and in the end, it will be a failure of an XC. So far, he's going to make it 4. He's mistaken ahead, and that's going to give away the info as to where he is. Doesn't stop him taking down Tabson, but Farven once again. Those guns are back in for the max loss bonus. No need to go for ecos at this stage. And the spray works great for Config, who doubles up. Tizian with a trade, Config with a triple, and he will burn in the end, but Astralis have done their damage.
3 players aggressing down towards that mid-control. Astralis fighting back with it, not quite having the flashes on the point, so Astralis are able to get the man up, and now they've got plenty of time, Jay. There's about 1:30 on the clock. They can slow this right down.
Big of 1, 2 on 3 situations before so far in this matchup. They're going to be careful about this, though. Spread themselves apart. 1 player per site, one of which may be about to feed Farlig. And in fact, no, looking away at the wrong moment. Tabson timed that so well.
Didn't get legged in the process either. Can think about a reposition, try and get out to that long control. Now his teammate Akito's going to be far behind, so realistically for Tabson, another pick and staying alive could be really vital.
Just backed up, leaning in. Smoke sent down, he wins the fight on Zipex as well. Dry facing, trying to bait Blame to get a little bit closer. That nade's going to sail right past him and everything. Blame F sees the shoulder bait, and now backup can get called with a flash in from Keto. And pull down to A lane. It's Farlig, the first man into the site. Farven backed up, he's waiting for his chance to strike. Tizian will get overwhelmed, and now the AWP is even here. Farlig went right past it. No sprays through the smoke. They're going to wait and play retake.
I don't want to give away that information, and even Config's now picked up the AK. This could be a deadly round.
Smoke start to clear. Config's seen, but the headshot works better for the AK than it does for the M4. Astralis now have control. Can Big turn it around? Zipex has been seen once again. Tabson and Zipex both missing their shots. And the bomb now in their sights. Keto presses forward, but Config gets away with murder once again. Looking for his triple, but Tabson finally puts him down. Gets on that bomb, but little has anyone recognized the backstab from Farlig in from mid. Doubling up with a Pete. Config was the one that started it though. Those kills on the backside worth everything.
Send it. Quickly
in. Tabson there to do a lockdown and receive. Pistols are out. MAC-10's forcing forward. Searson's the only rifle. He does get that one frag, but Farley's got an AWP of his own. Searson held back on short, missing his next shot. Being flanked now. Still connects on Tizian. Got to turn back towards Blame, who removes him from play. Farther than a 1 versus 3 with no choice but to save.
Beat them with pace, and we didn't even have the opportunity.
Well, a big player. Farley looking at face, and Searson ducks out of the way. Perfect timing.
And no flash, very dry, and even Zip is out into the open, but the AWP gets punished. 2 plays towards Donut now.
Enclave's baiting Tabson, instant execution, headshot to the back. A 3 on 3 situation as a result. Big will gain the mid control, though. Astralis have abandoned it going into that B side quickly. It's all on Keto to stand his ground, but he's up in cave. He can't deny the bomb plant unless they plant it for the broken wall.
just try to spam forward, stay alive for as long as possible. But now you might have to think about the save, especially with the Farfan going down now.
Yeah, Farley without AWP pick, cutting out one of the players of the rotation. Tizian has seen the elbow of Glaive. He's got to look for Zipex next, and he's going to check the right angles. Just got to win those right fights, but his back's turned. Didn't check all the way, repeating mistakes on a commit though. Astralis will go ahead and commit with it.
No, they just want to continue to sell the fake, hold the CTs at bay, don't let them over-rotate at all. Blame F getting a few kills, and now starting to really get involved into the action.
Tabson known, Blame's looking to farm some stats, does get overwhelmed, so again, there's a rifle they can play with in the next round, but the CT side, if Config has anything to say about it, that is Tabson removed, and AK will fall with him. Searson has one on the floor, he's got to go straight through Config, and everybody else surrounding him here for Astralis. They're going in for the pre, because he quick switches at the big, tanking a ton of damage to get out there in mid, giving Tizian a pretty easy kill. Searson with the assist. Molotov sent right back his way, gets caught off by the aim punch. Glaive with a trade, doubles up as well.
Lovely stuff coming through, just working with that molly, forcing him out to the open, and now even continuing the pace over towards the B side. This round is finished.
Yeah, Zipex with his double, Glaive with a triple in.
Blame F clearing out the cheater in the cave position, looking to put intent down onto B.
These three players are stacking it up once again. They've got a lurker out from Glaive. Keto caught by Blame F. Pearson and Tabson wondering how they're going to break this, if they can do at all. The Deagles will force forward and Zipex will get caught off guard. Tabson's found a kill. 2-on-2. The AK's doing damage to Farlig. Hold the phone. Big have found a way into this round.
Oh, this is a tough duel though for Searson. Peeking up against the AWP. Farlig knows he's got so much time to play with. Needs to get Glaive into a good position.
York just watching those doors. Glaive. Did he see him? I don't know. Farlig has. That's a kill. Tabson working his way back into mid as the rotates start to come through.
We've got a couple of lurkers with the AWP. Farlig actually might get boosted up to look over.
Looking down as Blame F starts things off once again out towards that ramp position. Searson with an AWP to respond. Blame F continues to press the issue. Nades back as Tizian chimes in. A 3-on-3, but the B site has fallen. They've got to rotate back for a minute, get back in. They're trying to deny that bomb plant if possible. The AWP of Farlig still fighting, so they're aware of at least that second man. Third unknown. And they'll go back to elbow, but no one's going to be.
Not at all. Blame F with that multi-frag. Currently first in the event for the most multi-frag rounds possible. Searson with the AWP deals off the lurker, but they've got to start getting bodies back over to B.
Yeah, that's all important. Blame F is low HP. He's an easy frag, an easy target. Tizian's going to hunt for it. Gets back to the site, though. Engagement from Farvan finds Zipex, and it's Blame F with the impossible task. Less than 10 points of health for an ace here. 2 already found. No more left in the round, smokes down. Careful placement. He's hearing all those footsteps. Here's the tap of the bomb. He's not going to panic though. He plays his cards right. Sees Searson's gun barrel. The smokes come in and they just fire straight through it. Get the
T falling if they get aggressive. Astralis now just trying to see if they can work any further more aggressive baits, and even Farfan's giving away the info. He's in donut.
Tabson swings up. Zipex gets caught. Farlig with a responsive. Astralis maintain the man advantage, and Farlig even extends it, in fact. Now Farvan and Keto, very different positions on this map. One is on that B site. Keto just going to wait for them to make their moves. Glaive will lead the charge. Will they check it this time? Looks like they might do with the Molotov. He'll get hurt as smoke goes down. Spammed up to 18 HP as Farvan's fallen, and Config will be there to...
Into the mix too. Acceleration coming towards Keto.
Fast out. Farvan they get tagged up initially. Blame F holds his own with the dualies. Oh, and taps his head off perfectly. Wonderful for Astralis, forcing Big to rethink their plan, go back towards the mid-control.
Oh, great sequence coming through, and now even faster into Big. Over towards that A site. Farlig's going to spot this.
Taps forward, looking for the kill found. Just damage being done to Searson in the back. But the damn Julius from Glaive are also out here on the A site. He gets a double of his own right. And a triple as he turns on Tizian. Makes it a quadra. The big man stands up at the right moment. And that's a...
Yep. If there's any sort of play down towards lane, but we're already seeing a fair amount of info play. Blame F is now aggressing forward towards lane. He's got Zip doing the same towards the bottom of ramp. So this is a switch on of information for the A-site players.
Yeah, crossfire locked. Players not seen just yet. Feel like it's the right angle you can swing and see them. Now the boost has been spotted, and here come the T-side. Keto and Tizian mowed down. Tabson with one decent trade. As far as it will go, though, just that one casualty. Astralis
from Zip, just knowing that he's got an MP9 in that sort of range, and Config waiting to see if he can spot any mid-control spots. A couple, gets away with one.
Blame F found one in the opening, and Searson caught off with his knife in his hand. Farlig with a follow-up. BlameF will be traded at least for something back for Farben. Needs a double up double against Zipex, and it's just not going to happen. The spray is just too far to the left-hand side. The accuracy of his crosshair and his spray transfer not there for him. Same thing for Tizian, didn't even see.
And if he gets this pick onto Farlig, or at least puts pressure on, this at least allows a bomb plant.
He's getting the ace site, so the bomb can go down here. Farlig gets domed in by Keto, so an even standing 3-on-3. They've extended even further towards Donut. AK now in Tizian's hands, and Big on the precipice of taking control. Glaive, flash on his pouch. Is he going to use it? He might just go for the dry face, and it's still going to work out for him. That's the only rifle gone as well for the Big side. The pistol's all that remain.
That's a lack of information. They don't know where those other guys are, and even Keto's taking space towards CT.
Pressing the issue. Glaive and Zipex making noise. Bomb being seen. Searson caught still, and the Deagle continues to reposition. Tap once, not on the defuse itself, and Keto hits no more heads. Zipex with his kill. Glaive
Really thought he was just going to fall back towards that donut position. This could be an AWP v AWP duel as soon as the smoke clears.
Searson will take the onus of the peak. It seems like it. He might be playing mind games. BlameF with the opener. Farlig to press forward. Utility seen. Shot connects to the backup dancer. And the main attraction, Searson to drop. And Astralis have no signs of letting up against Big today.
Even Farfen's low. Surely this is an easy kill for BlameF as he spams through the smoke. 13 is looming, and Big cannot get going. Remember, Jay, this was a 6-0 start for them on Ancient. No. And even Tizian's going to get caught with his knife out. Surely an easy pick to come through from Config? Not quite.
You can see it, disaster sort of approaching when he started walking up the stairs with only the knife in hand, though. Tizian will stand his ground and fight the best he can, but at 22 HP and
4 util towards that elbow position and allowing Config to get aggressive.
Pushed up so far, seeing taps on the jump, that's an easy kill. Rest of the team is going to make their way in towards A main, though. Flash is sent out, full send. Farley with the AWP frags, 2 to his name. Triple may even get found against Tizian. He's missed the angle, though, but he's reduced the T side to 2.
Oh, Searson's out, the last one left, and the rotates are coming through very deep. He's actually anticipating some walks forward in towards Candles. Instead, it's the donut play.
One thing ready, sees one, taps forward. 4 wrap that corner, easy spray, not quite as much. 2 kills on the trade back for the T side. They're all so low, but they're in the 3-on-2, and they've got that bomb plant, the bonus. Really, they need the round, though.
Look at Keto, he's got a massive backstab. If they can stay alive, he could end this.
It's taking too long, though. He just sat there on that B site. Searson caught on A, now leaving it all to Farben. M4 now in his hands, and the defuse being tapped on the smoke as Farben continues to poke and prod, allowing a bit of breathing room now for Keto here. Swing out Farley with a shot, and the defuse is being held. Keto won't get here in time. It was just too...
A couple of players out towards that mid-control. BlameF just starting to hear that smoke clear, and Glaive catches the right timing, and Keto's looking the other way. What's going on?
BlameF's lining up 2 is what he's done with Glaive's double up. That probably seals the deal on this map up. Tizian alone with the clutch, has the bomb at least at his feet. But surely,
Glaive with 2, BlameF the same, and Tizian, he's got everything on his shoulders.
And that's it. Zipex with the closers, 16-7 for Astralis. Made it look easy. Team F with the opening engagement.
Ooh, without that molly going down, BlameF can still go aggressive.
I'm not sure whether that was a CT or T side smoke there. It looks like it was a T side, so that might be a bit more of a mistake. And a mistake that BlameF will punish. 3 kills instantly. Just add water, just add USP bullets. But add Tizian and suddenly you have a trade.
It just shows how important that molly was to actually go down. BlameF punishing in that sort of stance, and now the info play comes through. Glaive aggressing in the upper tunnels should be met by Keto.
He's ready to receive him regardless. The headshot angle being watched. Glaive pressing forward from instant starts to slowing things down to the CT side, and that might be to their detriment. Keto with a double of his own, bringing it back to a 2-on-2 and opening up this B site.
Oh my goodness, this has changed the complexion of the round completely. Zip can spot for information over from the doors, but with the smoke going down, they've got the safety of getting the bomb plant in.
Yeah, retake on. I don't believe Astralis bought a defuse kit into this pistol round. They'll be working without one regardless. Both players coming in from the mid-control. Tizian and Keto set up in varying positions here. With the heads tucked away, information not to be given up, and Zipex might get caught for a loop for it. Taps forward on Keto, doing his damage, looking away. As the engagement for Tizian works well, he strikes at the right moment. The man's not looking the right way, and Firelick has less than half the time remaining to go for the retake. A smoke is down to buy some cover. Tizian just popping his head up like a gopher, giving nothing away, giving nothing for Firelick here. In fact, you're bunning off his way way out, try look for the final kill, but Farlig at least strikes, runs out of ammo, and runs out of time. It's a pistol for Big, even though all important match as well back then. I think it was like the last round of a play into Katowice or something. Very important match, just like this one is. Charge forward, Tizian, opening kill found. Config with at least a deagle shot back to return, but that's as far as they'll go for Astralis. At least they get that one kill, but it won't mean much in the grand scale of things. They'll just charge forward. I think they lost the scout on that. Not a problem, not a worry at all for them. Farlig caught next. Zipex, no chance on this one. Spammed down by a couple of players on 1 HP, given no way into this. Maybe an exit, maybe a lucky headshot. Unlikely at that. 3-0 set up for the boost, or trying to set up the boost out towards that mid position. But falling first and foremost, leaving Glaive alone with that AWP. Zipex also alone out here towards the pit controls. BlameF gets caught on long. Zipex does decent enough to get Tizian next. There's so many players around him. Molotov's trying to send him further forward. Config plays back him and does find Farther next. Taps him with a responsive and doubles up.
Always so awkward in that sort of position.
From very AWP heavy map up. I wouldn't be shocked to see double AWPs coming out at some point on the CT halves. Force forward for BlameF that again works his way in towards short, putting nades down, doing not a lot of damage. Holds the angle from a semi-passive position. It's Zipex that gets caught first, legged out, and taken out.
Now this round's pretty much already over. Config's just going to get annihilated, sandwiched down in towards the B side, try and deal with the B player that's coming out of the upper tunnels, and it just doesn't happen at all. What a crunch of map control. How quickly they got deep into mid.
And they're going in for even more. They're going for the hunt here. Tizian caught off by BlameF at least. That's something to be gained. Fending off the T side, who have quite a fair amount of cash, but at the same time, you think about how...
achieved in that round. The fact that they fly down mid, they get so aggressive, they exploit the area of the map in which Astralis aren't even holding. There's not a mid... The long takes consistently from Big. Just get a long corner smoke down, a couple of flashes over. They've got some good protocols and timings off one another, but the AWP might reface.
Flashed in, sees the players, but doesn't get much out of it. Keeper with the kill. Taps and lines up 2. That's another mow down here for the T side. BlameF at least holds a bit of resistance, finding Tapson from the cross out towards the site. Farther also getting bursted down by Glaive. CSGO catches BlameF. There's no way left in for the SMG. A 1-on-3 once again. Decent effort with the half buy around it, but it was a half buy at best, so nothing major lost here for Astralis. Except it's nice for some of the ones Astralis have gotten so far in this tournament. Full send B. Okay, looks to be fast out, and Config's going to shut down at least one player. The Mac 10 of Farthen capitalizing upon the damage. Farley can only get a leg shot. Smokes down, incendiaries out from both sides. Going to try to suppress the execution while suppressing the rotations of the CTs. They can't break in early.
Even though a lot of damage has been done to Big, this is a very good position for the T side. 4v4 post plant and the upper tunnels control.
And they're going to flash their way in. Glaive, the first man out to the site, catches Keto off guard, turns quick 90 degrees on Tapson. Farthen and Searson, the AWPs, both held out in the same angle as well. Shots ringing but not connecting. Glaive sees one player backing off, and they're on the defuse, just sticking it. The nade on Farthen gets in the drop, and Searson's out of there. No choice but to save. Overwhelmed incendiaries for Config to block down. Only 30 seconds on the clock. It might stall for enough time against the Big side. They'll drive them back. The spray through for BlameF. Blind, but he just knew. Keto was out there. Zipex expecting Farthen as they quickly rotate back into the A play. The AWP shot misses. The CTs will back up a little bit as Tizian can strike on one. Out towards long. Farlig's back's turned towards at least one angle, but which one is it? It's towards long on the site. It's the site. Searson gets his kill, but Tizian has fallen in turn. A 3-on-2 as the bomb gets planted. The jump face attempted, but that cost BlameF his life. He does his damage. Tabson's good as dead, and it's all on Searson now. Hitting the headshots. Turning right back in, but looking away as he thought it was safe. He thought wrong.
Everything to put down that util as soon as he lands some contact.
Molotov standing, shots ringing out. Glaive trying to suppress them. They might just press the issue though. Damage being done. He gets that one spray. Farthen trading, Config responding. 4-on-3. They're such low HP. Tabson's forced to strike and he will be able to do so. Tizian lurking in for mid, cuts off the rotates as well. Zipex, however, won't go down without a fight. It's a 2v2.
Now BlameF still getting into position, and both players going towards the upper tunnels. That's where Tabson is.
Oh, ready and waiting to receive. Is he going to whiff it this time? No, not against Zipex. Get exit. But BlameF, so much health compared to where Big are at. Where does he go? Backed up towards mid. And I think that might be the signs of a save here. He's slow walking. He's not rotating. He's not giving away info to his credit. But he's also not pushing the site. So this will be Big back in control. An 8th round to claim the T half.
Oh, he might get some more exit damage though. Try and see if he can drop these last couple of players. Tabson's low as well. The M4's going to find a couple. Astralis lose that round, but they keep it expensive. It's 5 maps played at Dust 2, averages a 1.25 rating, so we know he's going to be on for another good performance. Keto deals with Config, doesn't quite continue the pace, halts it for a little bit.
Flash in to try drive Glaive away. He'll only look away though and put a re-smoke down as that Molotov starts to fade away. And Keto will adjust towards the man. A 5-on-3 now. Smoke down to the B doors. Blame F. Lion firing perhaps? Not quite. Sees the two individuals. He peeks out from window, but doesn't quite get the kill shots on them. And you can see the CTs are backing off already. They're looking to save.
Yeah, of course they are. They lose both of their B players. And what a sequence that is from Keto. You'd have to say that that probably is the most impactful round that we've seen from him in this entire series so far. That's a double entry into the B site just by himself.
A big sequence that gets big up to 9. Just watching the outside of that pit position. Thinking there might be something here for the Astralis camp, but there is something on the short control, and Tabson will find it.
Oh, look at the timing coming through from Keto out towards the long position, as well with a teammate. They're all starting to move in the default.
Such low HP, meanwhile his squad start to strike out 1A, the taps of Tizian, not quite good enough. Keep your eyes on that minimap, because that battle's still going around, and amongst the smoke, Glaive sees Keto first, and gets back the advantage for Astralis.
A big just pincering everywhere in that 3v5. Short, long, and the B side all at once, and now they find themselves in a position in which Tabson is finding so much space. Surely the B player's here now.
Their backs are turned towards that mid position. Zipek is trying to adjust towards it, but Glaive's got his head on a swivel. Tabson swings, spray through the M4 isn't quite there for him. And Glaive adjusts towards that stack position as Tabson goes down. It's all on Tizzy in 15 seconds to win the clutch, and it's just not going to happen. Chunky execution from 3 players at the T side, trying to break their way into that B site. Glaive down, Farven will remove him. The AWP holding, it's Config strikes. Tabson, however, taps heads, knows that Config is on the site, needs to win that fight. Where does he peek out to the left-hand side, which is where he'll get knocked down. But Searson's still striking. Tizian, a similar story. Gains back access, but at low HP. Blame F could still be the man to take him down. But Searson now backing it up in the round.
If there's anyone in a clutch situation, though, you probably want Blame F. 1v2, Tizian on low HP. It's all down to the big man.
Slow walking into the AWPer's hands, though. It's perfect for the AWP's kill.
The trading game make it open.
Oh, nice shooting from Searson. Better shooting from Config, though. Leg shot through the doors, and with that, they know they've cut them off, but not quite cut them out. Farley with his pick, Glaive with the SMG, providing support as Farley adjusts the Keto, and just like that, Big have capitulated at the end of the half.
As soon as they lose that mid player.
Maybe isolating this pistol right around the corner, and he doesn't know about it. He's so paranoid, so twitchy, he doesn't know where to go with this. The bomb is on his back, and he can work into the A side, but Blame F checks at the right moment, shoots him. It's silent, giving up nothing at the moment, though. Run boost for Farlig. Not
just
quite.
jumping for the car.
Yeah, trying to spot him. Tabson instead takes some pop shots, and Tizian combines with him. Gets Farlig to drop, flash their way back into long to force Astralis to fall back. Prodding for info, but knowing there's only one man back there. At least in the pit control. How many others could be around him at the longhouse? Nobody as of right now. Util thrown down, indicating they are going to go for this, and Blame F finally gets the shot he's been fighting for. The split play is in, but the majority of players for Big are still out here. No one's accounted for short, though. Clay fires away, only gets so much, but Config's there to bail him out, and they combine. They work together. Tizian, however, standing alone. Backups on the way. He needs to get Blame F, and the T-side converge. Keto with 1 headshot, up against 2 more. Knows where Config is, and domes him in. Blame F on 4 points of health. Keto doesn't need the accuracy, and he won't get it anyway. What's the clutch?
Oh my goodness, how is that a possibility? Keto full round come the next.
Flash forward, Father not checked. Blame F just out of his periphery, unable to get the kill against the Deagle, and Father will back away. AK of Tabson still set up to position though, and both players will back away for the boost. It's the Deagle, however, that gets boosted up. Does get his tags off, does get his kill.
It's going to be difficult to try and expose out and get that rifle though. I need to get some assurance, and even that, Searson's going to fall.
Oh, taps the Farven coming in close now, got to focus on that B site. It's Teasing to get forced away, and Farven indeed does find Config. All-important headshot. Man advantage has been gained by Big, and now it's up to Keto here. Edge of the smoke, aware of the execution coming in, and actually no scope through the smoke there for Glaive. on that. Scout opens the A site.
They knew where he was. That MAC-10 spammed through and heard the connection. And now for Big, because they over-rotated towards B, no one's in a great position right now.
Yeah, only Tizzy and Ree towards long. Players inbound from short, suppressed by those smokes. That's the AK of Farvan. A re-smoke comes down as well, so it won't be allowed access. They have the kit on him and everything. So short has got to be a successful take. Flash forward. Scout being spotted. Burst fire of the Galildo. Does his damage to the pistol players as Zipex gets Tabson. Looks for Tizzy in the same. With Farthen being marked, he's got to fall back and save.
Again, uncharacteristic with the buy here. Money's not there to go for a full invest.
Was that retake a catastrophic mistake? Time will tell that. Searson tells a different story though. As does Keto. Blame F forced to trade it and doubles up himself, recovering the round. The whole situation for Astralis. Zipex there to close out on the other side of the map. And what felt like it was going to be a chance for Big has been snatched away by the Danes.
Just when you see an opening, there's a closer. Searson even getting caught. Now this is the opportunity for them to get the 2-0, to get the revenge factor. All grouped up around the short position. They've got a lot of util.
Here comes the full send Exy. Tabson flash, Searson AWP shot, missing the first player. Tabson caught blinded, but he is still thrown down. Sees one, forced the reload. The taps to the AK for Blame F, takes Kizzy out the vault. Tabson lines up two though, but Blame F hangs in there. Brings it to a 3-on-3.
Oh, Blame F is feeling it, mate. He's even dropping down. There's a CT close to him.
He sees Farvan instead. Spray back. Keto bails him out. 2 HP for Farvan, but Keto's dropped in turn. Searson, the AWPer on high HP, and Farvan needs perfect taps. That Molotov doesn't even land on short as Farvan domes in Farlig. And now it's all Zipex now. Bomb in the open. Farvan tries to get there with the defuse kit. Further flashes in, the spray through, the bullets don't connect it. He's got Searson, he's got the wrong man, but he presses forward anyway, and a might see them leave down 10-16 if this keeps going on. Astralis happy to receive the aggressive CT forces. Farlig with the first and the second. Adjustment to the third looks crispy as well. You can't even expect anything less out of them at this point here, Dweg. This T side has been monstrous, and Big are left out in the cold again.
Yeah, even Glaive might catch the timing. They want to try and boost the scale up, but a couple of kills continue. And
it's a very tight angle to look at.
Oh, this is a good angle, though.
I Blame F on for 2, gets 1, doesn't get the second. Second player right around the corner though. Farvan going for the AK and ducking right away.
Yeah, Config's hearing all of this. So if he just makes the play, he can even bring that bomb back into the upper tunnels, and Zip's caught him going out to Xbox now.
Taps on, swing out from one player on short. Gonna look for Glaive in the end. They'll peek together. Config with 2 trades though. Gets them both from the flank angle that Astralis was setting up. And Big caught unawares once again. Searson now making noise, trying to indicate about the drop down. We'll drop down for real this time though. Config. Oh, it's an easy access to the site. Searson's not even going to challenge it.
This is so worrying for Big right now. Really looks like they're going to have to find it out in that Redfall from them.
Yeah, sloppy is all I can say. Set in for Searson, at least finds Farlig. Kicks things off on the right foot. But it's just the kickoff. The one concern for Big has been capitalizing upon that, turning the round to their favor, and they've got pistols outside of that AWP to try and do the rest of the work here. One player's been allowed to walk all the way up towards short, but Keto domes in Config. That's a little bit better here. He's on for a little bit more against Blame F, with the AK burning against the pistol. Keto's forced back all the way to the back of Plat, and the T's will back off the same.
Astralis need to regroup here. They're in a difficult position. They've done some HP damage to Searson and Keto, and Glaive's making space, but it is still that 3v5.
Smoke set with Molotovs down, the AWPer counting all that short play. Glaive now walking into the B site, and no one's really watching window or the doors. I think they think the car's clear. Keto keeping himself tucked away, and they must be hearing these footsteps now. Sawing out for another headshot on 4 HP. Oh, even tags up Blame. Looking for Zipex next, now diving onto the site, finally overwhelmed. It's all Farvan now, catches one, tries to deny the bomb plot, and now the rest of the backup has arrived. And either Searson's passive. Izzy in the same. Smoke sent down out towards that B site, with flashes being sent over towards A. Incendiary back. Searson has that smoke for cover, takes some damage. Still finds the angles with the Molotov sent right back towards him. tabseN combining with CSGO's damage though, getting the nade kill onto Glaive, bringing it back to a 4-on-4. Further util, the fire thrown out, 20 seconds extinguished by the smoke, and they're forced to plant now. Flash in for CSGO, about to set up his teammates for the retake. Tizian finds a fight onto Xyp9x, one more player in the mid control. Might be a spanner in the works here for Big, and he's slowly creeping up as tabseN with a kill, Config with a responsive, and blameF with 2 to get. Alongside his teammates, Config chimes in, it's Keto alone. Big need this round desperately, and Keto can't do it. Config with a triple, and Astralis have bounced back in an inch. Which is still the top man of this map. CSGO expects Blame to continue on with this, the AWP v AK battle. First shot accuracy is everything to CSGO. As blameF falls, his back's turned, however. Another player to try and worry about. Smokes and Incendiary to try and get him out, but Glaive gets that trade.
That's a great timing. Aggressing through that molly. Knows he's got to make a play, and so does it.
No!
Out towards long with a couple. That's tabseN down 2.
Not like this, Big. Keto swinging in. That's the wrist! And it will cost him! The Pistols have stepped up again! And this is the worst round for Big to concede, and they're going to concede it. Farben's out of there. It's map and match point for Astralis. That is a disaster. Nothing more, nothing.
The fact that the Deeg gets 2 impeccable shots out to the long position, and they've seen Farben.
And they'll go for the hunt. They know that when this AWP falls, they've got nothing left in it. Watching. Trying to keep himself at bay, trying his best to survive, but T's are crawling all around him. Shots missed out, doesn't connect. And they all fall to Astralis. AWP's working so wonderfully for them. Look at how aggressive the CTs are. Farben looking down into the tunnels. Needs to get blameF and Glaive. They line up for him. That's an important sequence, but Farlig will not let it go unanswered.
At least they've got the information. That AWP from CSGO fired away out from the mid doors, and a double crossfire at long.
Tizian will strike on the first man. Jump face against Farlig, and Keto playing anti-flash. That's better for Big. We need to see that every single round here, because Astralis, they're on that point. Only 3 of them to their credit, which gives Big a bit of breathing room.
Towards the mid control, do not get picked off by the AWP.
Config caught, flashed off, Molotov sent down his direction, completely blinded on Keto's part. Config with 1 and 2, almost 3. So close towards it, and blameF will finish off the job. Everything from both sides sent into long, and Astralis will come up far better for it.
Config showing a masterclass right here on Dust 2. He's really shaped up to be someone special in a map like this. A double kill. You could almost call it 3 when that initial trade comes through, and now they're grouping together, Jay. Playing as a unit, moving into the upper tunnels. B's open right now.
As Farben's left the bomb site and everything. No way back in to defend it. They've got to go all down to the retakes. No saving for Big this time. CSGO's so far away. He'll start to make his way up, and the pressure mounting. Farben about to make his move in, and his move out of the round. Maybe out of the match. CSGO alone with an AWP for a retake. 4 players on site now. He'll peek and prod, but he will be pummeled in. 60